Welcome to Gran Turismo 7. This is GT7, still my favorite sim racer, and welcome to Money Making Mondays. I'm Johnny from JCCR Racing, and I'm here to show you how to make good money, or credits really, in Gran Turismo 7 and not ruin your driver rating. Monday is a pretty good day to ruin your driver rating. It's as bad as racing on the Saturday or the Sunday at the end of the week when you haven't gotten in enough time into the sim racer. So we go in, whether you're running GR3 or GR4. I wish there was an F1 option every week right here. But you check out and you figure out, where do you want to run? For example, I love the Nuremberg Ring, but I'm not so much experienced when it comes to GR4s. I find they go slow. My brain doesn't seem to really click with them. And Ronan, thank you very much for wishing us some clean racing. And we've got Sardinia. So for Money Making Mondays, since we like to race GR3, we're going to note Sardinia, and let's go make some money and get some faster laps in the process. Now, if you really want to just focus on some faster laps, of course, jump into qualifying. Don't jump into races, but jump into the qualifying. Do 15 to 20 laps following the ghost, and slowly you're going to get better and better at each turn. However, I also want to assist you all in getting some credits, because it's when you get around 3 million credits, you know, when a 20 million or 20 million credit car pops up, you won't be able to get it, and you'll say, geez, I wish I would have figured this out sooner. Out of This World Gaming, thank you very much for making it in. Dano, good evening, buddy. The Texas Ranger himself. So we got Sardinia, the road track. Let's hit up. That's quite a few credits for 15 laps. We'll get about, coming in first in a daily race, we'll get, what, 15, 20,000 credits, depending if we run clean or not. And here, we can get 485,000 credits. Pretty darn easy. Definitely want to pick a car that you're going to be racing with. So I really like the 911 here. I find the mid-engines go quite well at Sardinia. They trail brake through those turns quite well. The track is mostly flat. There's no elevated candy canes on the side, so it won't spin out your mid-engine cars. So you just have to make sure we can run racing hards. So we'll start on the racing hards for the first. You know what? We might even be able to make it through the whole race on these racing hards. Let's just see. Do we have an official forced pit? I think we're going to need to anyways when it comes to fuel. And I don't feel like running fuel on the lowest. I want to blow by people and get into first as quickly as possible. Dark J, welcome in. Good evening, everyone. And of course, this reminds me, I don't want to miss anything, any of the chat. And after this, we'll do subscribers versus YouTubers. So let me just throw this on here so I don't miss out on any of the chat. Got the old sim racer right beside us. So we went from the wooden scrapyard constructed sim racer with an actually very comfortable real car seat. And we can see our friends here. Oh no, sorry, that's not our friends' times. Of course, we're not in the weekly race. Probably gonna run +2. If you're driving one of the front engine cars, you'll probably take it up to +3, 4, even 5. All right, now we have to put the pedal to the metal and slowly learn the track, where the braking spots are, when and where we can accelerate, and just practice catching those apexes, because of course step one to being fast is making it to the apex, meaning you need to brake in advance. You can't just do some last minute braking and burn yourself right through the turn. We got to get the right cooking temperature, and that's what we all do when we run these practice laps. I think I tuned down the 911 here because I should be flying by all these cars, but I think I'm racing with a spec sheet that got this 911 into the 4 into the 700 class. So no matter how hard we race, we're just going to be burning through fuel and not getting the required power to catch up the missing about 45 seconds between last and first. So let's just check that out here. Settings, we'll go to this, if you're ever wondering what's wrong with your car. Great place to check it out here. And am I just slow? No, power adjustment at 70%. And we would have still burned through tons of power, plus the power restrictor on top. Let's make sure we didn't slow the car down here. 300. What are the straightaways on this track looking like? Let's try 290 as a top speed. Ride height seems fine. Initial torque and whatnot, that's all fine. That's how I'm used to driving the car, I guess. So we'll survive with the power. Let's make sure it's stuck. How much power do we have now? Wow, 400 and some odd to 762 horsepower. So should be running much better laps here. Oh, there we go. That's what should happen when you've got your car tuned properly for these 800 races. Oh, and not used to that extra power. That was quite different because we're going a lot faster. Now, the new update, if you pay for the new, not just the update, but if you pay for the new expansion pack, you're going to go through a weekend trial where there is no reset button. So you really got to put in your practice laps. So much more power, more than also when you run the weekly races, the cars are BOP tuned, so they're tuned down, so they don't have this near 800 horsepower. So if you wanted to actually run this without ever going to the pits, you probably could throw the air to fuel ratio to 6. Meaning you're getting as a little fuel to the vehicle as possible. You'll sip through it. You might be able to get all 15 laps without pitting. And your hard tires probably will survive. But I'm just going to run fast and furious. Dom would approve. So let's burn some fuel. Try to find some space to pass these. Oh. And when that happens, right off the start, you're going to want to retry, because the goal here is to not only get 485,000 credits, but to get the bonus from it. So we should end up somewhere more around the clean racing bonus. Should bring us over 600,000. Well, it's a 50% bonus, so that'll be about an extra 242,500 credits. Going to be a lot of coasting with this power. Gentle with the pedals as we power out. So we got to make sure we don't bump any cars. No heavy pushes. That's going to be the tricky part, is to get the clean racing bonus. Of course, you don't want to restart the race 15 times. At that point, you might as well just run the 15 laps, hit a few cars, and pick up the 485,000, because it shouldn't be too hard to get first. Almost want to put the power down just so I'm not speeding into the rear ends of these other drivers. Yes, this is great practice for being patient. Which is a major key of having success during those weekly races. Now the soft tires should be good for about 7 laps, so we'll get off the hards at the end of the 7th lap. Try to go from the complete outside to the apex. Woo. It is like driving a sport bike in Sunday driver traffic. I guess most of the passing is going to need to be done on the straightaway if we want this clean racing bonus. Because they're even going through the turns quite slowly. It's not just about the fact that they don't have their maximum power on and that we've got more power than them and we're not reducing. Woo! Oh, that was a close one. So here's where we need to get our passing in. And my goodness, we're looking at 3 pits. Definitely can run soft tires the whole way through. So for the power, we'll put the least amount of fuel going to the car, because having all this extra power is just going to get us in trouble. As we try to pass, someone's going to move out on us, and it'll count as us hitting them because we're behind. And it'll help the fuel actually last a bit more towards when the hard tires actually need to be changed. Because if we can get only 2 pit stops in, that'll be more productive than getting 3 pit stops. Help bring down our overall time. Alright, so this is helping us get faster laps because I'm taking mental notes through the last turn. I braked into 2nd gear, and really I should be carrying through in 3rd. We had a lot of track and a lot of more speed we could put down before we slide off track. Oh, there goes our clean racing bonus because they turned in far too much. Most likely lost the clean racing bonus right there, even with the reduced power. But as the car behind, you're 100% responsible for banging up the car in front, even if they, you know, cut out more than you'd expect or not follow what would be probably a bit more of a sensible line. No need to force steer the vehicle back to the middle of the track. Hey, Night Rider Jim, good evening. Well, we've got a few laps left here. By a few, we've got 10 laps left, and then we're going to get into the YouTuber versus subscriber races. Be nice, since this is just AI, it'd be really nice to be able to just pause this, but still be able to use other portions of the game, essentially a save. Let's try going through. Oh yeah, easily in low 3rd. We can get through there probably a bit more 3/4 of the way through third. So starting to slowly going from very general notes to more precise notes, because by the end of these 15 laps we should know what speed we need to go through each of these turns. So here 140 and pushing is fine, so we can probably try to slide through at 150 and then get on the pedal after the apex or after the midpoint. Oh, and that's cooking it hard. All right, so end of the straightaway, we cannot go that speed. Of course, turning is much more effective when you're not hard down on the throttle or the brake at that matter. Brake point, let's test 125. Oh, we can actually start braking later than 125, going through here at 46. We can probably go through about maybe 56. mph was fine. We just need to catch more of the apex. Braking at the 75. Through at 50 would be too quick. It's just taking mental notes that we can apply to the weekly race and not have our driver rating go down. And to survive the remaining laps, we would need mediums, refuel, and not push the power. So if we run 6 the whole time, we should have enough, 6 for the power to air, gasoline, sorry, to air ratio. We should be fine. If not, we'll have the last 3 laps running on softs. All right, 56, no problem. When in doubt, let it all out. So when in the grass or on the candies, always safer to not be on the brake or the accelerator. Rookie advice from a rookie. Okay, so the church turn. At the 50, get down into, it should be low second. Continue to grab the apexes. And practice what speed we go through in on the turns. Try to figure out where we're likely to get speared into another stratosphere on this track. Alright, so there, went through slow. Clearly could have gone through at about 95, maybe even push 100 miles per hour. I think max 45 miles per hour for the second last turn. And last turn, catch the apex and try to get through. Pedal to the metal, full throttle. Love it, love seeing everyone chat and say hi to each other in the grouping, so could have used a little bit more top speed. Keep cooking that one there. Need to get the braking done in advance so we can actually catch the apex and just flow smoothly through the turn. Yay, Remy, welcome back, Remy. Great to have you. All right, so fuel calculation. We just ran through, was it 3 laps, quarter of a tank, 369. Oof, we might be 1 lap short on when it comes to fuel. Can we catch Portilla, F Portilla? Okay, let's try 45 through here. All right, started at 48 and coasted through. So 50 miles per hour would work if we catch that apex. On mediums, pedal to the metal the whole way through if you caught the apex. So we'll know for this week's race how to get through there as quickly as possible. There we go. We need to start braking at the 125. Full throttle through there. And here, what is it? Second gear at 75. Oh no, we could have started braking at the 50. Brake early, catch the apex, and power on out. Ooh. Not pretty, tried to push it a little too hard. Glad to be doing it here, not when we've got driver rating on the line. Full throttle through this section. Ooh, 100 miles per hour does work through there, so that's a lot faster than before. Let's try to aim for 50 here. Start at 50, then coast down. Missed the apex, that was a little slower than we should be at peak performance. And he's going in for probably his 3rd tire change. Thrown on the softs is what I would suspect, or it's his 1st tire change, and he was running low fuel mixture. And of course, a real easy trick to these races is to take one of the GR1 cars and tune them down, such as the Porsche or the Mazda. You got to pay big dollars for them, but they'll make you big money on this track. You just tune them down, put the fuel ratio on 6, start with hard tires, and you'll do all your laps with no pits, if I recall correctly. That's how I won the credits on this race the first time. All right, halfway mark. Can we make it, or will we be 1 lap short? My quick math says we're going to be 1 lap short. I'm very tempted to try to have it last. Or we'll have tried hards, we'll have tried mediums. The only tire compound we won't know how to run on the track are the softs. Here we go, 100. Yes, we can start going through there at 100, as long as at 100, no foot on throttle, no foot on brake, and just coast through. Here, 42 to max 50 seems to be about the right selling point. And can we get into the 142s on the mediums? And the candies, generally where we want to start turning in. Trackos gives out a lot of information. 26-second lead. We've got time. We can go pit, still finish first. Try out the softs. I guess that comes down to personal preference. I'm being a little hard-headed. I'm trying to really find out if I can run the rest of the laps on the mediums. The tires, yes. The fuel, even on 6, no. So I think we'll just throw on some softs and just burn up some fast laps. Much smoother than lap 1, so I've always find 15 laps is about the sweet spot for progression and progression versus, you know, reward. Time you put in versus what you get out from it. I guess the cost analysis of the race. Nice easy pit. Always good to practice the pit before actually having to go to pit. So we'd had 5 laps here left. Oh, cruising range, 1.9 laps. Yeah, we didn't have the laps required. The fuel required to finish the laps. And we can probably now run it on fuel on 3. Oh, this should be fun once these soft tires are warmed up. Ooh, there the trick. Big learn. The trick is just to not get on the throttle early, because then you just go straight into the wall. Daniel, welcome in. Thanks for making it back, buddy. Howdy to you all. Howdy to everyone. I know I haven't caught everyone popping up on the screens. My eyes have been a little bit too concentrated. I guess I've been treating this a little bit too much like an actual weekly race. Started the turn above 100, did a quick little downshift to get it below, and we made it through. Oh, the soft tires do really stick. Turn in on softs is fantastic. All right, so 1 lap and all that fuel is used. So let's run it on 4. With the softs, we better get below 143. Otherwise, I am just struggling to drive quick enough. Getting a whole lot of that apex, real important for getting back on the throttle quickly. Now I know how our B, A, and A plus drivers feel in our YouTubers versus subscriber races. Or really, you could also call them JCCR Racing Team versus the randos. But I think that's how they feel. Just blowing by everybody. There we go. We should even get into the 141 territory. Full throttle through this entire section. Brought to us by Soft Tires. Can actually get back on the throttle, start to ease in on the throttle very early there. Third gear. Oh, this is the turn you do not want to be early on the throttle. You'll drive yourself right into that wall. Missed the comment. I'll catch it right in roughly 2-3 laps. All right, catching on the straightaway, the Commons. Oh, that's healthy for a motor. Real healthy. All right, we should be able to get into the 140s this lap. Sounds like Remy's Mazda right there. Catch the apex. Mark 46 miles per hour. I'm feeling ready for the weekly races, but of course we're going to do YouTubers versus subscribers. Maybe we should do Sardinia, practice everyone up. And for the final lap, we can throw down the power to 1. We'll have the power to get through. And with full power, let's see, can we get 139? Ease back into the throttle nice and slowly for that turn. That is one that you can easily spin out on. So nice to pass cars on straightaways without getting speared into another stratosphere or taking to Pound Town. The Jag and Aston Martin, I think, are quite good on this track as well. Rough finish, so there goes the possibility of a 139 lap, but should still pull about a 141. And easy credits, because we're going to finish about 1 minute 15 or 1 minute 10. ahead of second place. There we go. We got the checkered flag. Excuse me. Getting sick yet again. So 140.7, nice easy win. 3 pits. We got to use all sets of tires. Perfect practice. For the weekly race, still pick up the clean race bonus. That'll get you 727,500 credits. Sorry, 727,500 and 500 credits. So nice, easy credits. Let's now hit to part 2 of the live, and that's when we do JCCR Racing Team versus the Randos. Let's see who's going to win this week. All right. Nice to have those credits, and now we can actually afford possibly some of the nice cars that will go through the Legends section. Always a good idea to check what is going on at the used car lot as well. All right, let's get to loading our regular settings. I have no idea. Let's see. We're going to be 12 or 16 tonight. We've got 15 in the chat, so I guess we'll set up the 16 race. Load it up if we got... Always easy to start on the 12, but I'd rather do the grid only once. Let's practice up Sardinia for this week's races, and then after that, the winner picks. So you win, you choose. If you don't like the races that are being chosen, easy enough, just win. It's as simple as that. We're going to do 3 laps here because we'll do, that was a little longer, the Money Making Monday, so we'll do 3 races of 3 laps. Thank you very much for making it in. I'm going to have people load in, and I'm sorry, I just have to run upstairs very quickly. I will be back. All right, we got the usual suspects here. We got Jay Rizzo, Dano599, the Texas Ranger himself, Bren N from Out of This World Gaming. If you're not already interested in board games, you should be. You need to get into them. They're great for mental acuity, mental development, rationalization, communication skills. So check out of This World Gaming on YouTube. Give them, hit that like button as many times as possible. Run a playlist through, whether while you're watching or even after you've gone to bed. If you got formal credits, Mustang, Drifter, check all these guys out on YouTube. 20 Speed, Ghost 503, Marciello. Here I am. I'm Johnny from JCCR. We got Neo Omega, Nugget Darula and JCCR Devious tires. Yes, tires. Thank you very much for the reminder, because I'm sitting on hards. That would have had me wondering why I'm exceptionally slow instead of just relatively slow, because I am racing with legends here. Legends, thank you for making it in. Let's get Parch and Devious at the top there. They both have a safety rating of S. So we'll put the slower racers at the top, allowing the higher quality racers, those A plus A, B, and C drivers, to pass and, give an opportunity to coach and mentor the slower racers, such as myself. And let's get Parch up here higher, ahead of me. Let's actually put Parch, let's keep him there, because sometimes people are fake D racers. Bren, let's bring him down just a wee bit, because he is an A. Marciello, I think, is a D or a C. Let's put him right, what was that, behind me or right ahead of me? Right ahead, so he's a C. Dano, let's bring Remy up. Put Remy in front of me. Remy is faster. Put Remy in front of me, but we will have Knight Rider Jim, super fast, lower. Dana will need to go just a little lower here. And Marciello is faster than, he's a C, and then we'll go Mustang Drifter. I think this is starting to make sense. If you're not a safety rating of S, you'll end up at the bottom of the pack. Slapstick, JCCR, J Rizio, Dano, and then B, 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 C, D. Oh, so Remy's a C. Okay, so let's put Remy then right behind me. And that is our lineup for tonight, folks. Tomorrow night, we're not going to have, most likely not going to have a race. I don't think I can make it back in time for the races. It's going to be a long one tomorrow for me, and I'm starting to cough more and more, which I think the next step is going to be to partially lose my throat, so I'm going to give myself off tomorrow night. Unless my throat's doing great and I can get in before 9:30, but I have a bad feeling tomorrow night I'm going to be in at about 10 p.m. I've got some special meetings coming up. Good luck, folks. Don't forget, I hope you all have your soft tires on, and I also hope that you're ready to race clean, because it's JCCR Race Clean or Kick. Good luck, Bren, and you're starting at the bottom of the pack amongst the rated racers, the safe racers. I really liked brake balance here on 3. Mind you, I hit the wall, so you know what, 2, I wasn't hitting the wall. Mustang Drifter, good luck as well. Thank you very much. Don't forget to check out Mustang Drifter on YouTube. Hey, Christopher Bieber, welcome in. You know what? I think if you're not already in, I do believe that there's a room for you. I think we're at 15 out of 16 spots taken. Oh. So you had a slide off track there. I was slow through there, so it makes sense. We got past. Okay, Christopher Bieber, sounds good. No worries at all. Coast through here in 3rd. And I was too early on the throttle there. That will cause some wall smashing and lost positions during your weekly races and here in the lobby as well. Patient drivers behind me, easing up and waiting for the right opportunity to pass. Oof. That was some smashy noise in my left ear, and I hope I didn't hit the car beside me. If I did, I'm very sorry. So, ooh. Got a wee bit of a boot there. Oh, and we got blocked, kind of hit off the track. I think that was accidental. The car was probably going through too quickly. And when you go through too quickly, you just end up driving straight through, unfortunately. right, let's see if we can climb. Now, a lot of faster drivers up ahead. And maybe getting the few laps of practice will have us coast right on through here. Oh, Super Doofus, I can understand. This track on dailies risk being a bit of a bloodbath because there's a lot of easy places for people to spear instead of actually racing and competing with other drivers. It's so easy to just spear your way through the pack. Nitro, howdy, right back at you, friend. Oh, that's the turn you do not. I gotta remember that's the church turn. Church turn. It's not about pressing on the pedal early when you can't see the other end of the tunnel and praying you make it out. You will not make it out. So we got to really that's a turn where you really do have to see the end of the tunnel before you start to pull out. All right, so we got Formal Drifter up in first, Mustang Drifter in second, followed by Bren in third. Bren, incredible climb from the bottom of the pack. All right, so third there at 94 miles per hour. We need to get that down to third in 100 miles per hour. Got to let go of the brake at some point. Hope for the best. Ghost, great job getting out of the way of the line of people coming through there. Get behind Remy, try to get some drafting in. All right, so second gear through there, about as quick as we can get through. And we stayed glued to Remy, so I think we got the right line and speed there. When speed is fast, he'll be catching up pretty quickly. All right, up the hill, full throttle the whole way through. All right, third, 92 miles per hour. We still have speed to put down. We can get through there, third at 100. All right, we've got 21 watching the live. Folks, thank you so much for making it. Blessed to have you along for the drive as we test out the track and try to find faster laps for this week's weeklies. And we are in through at 10. Had a little bit of bad luck there. Got pushed into the wall in one corner and really destroyed into the wall on another corner. But still, we got 10th. We've got the practice in. And now we're going to see what Formal Credits picks for us for the next race. Night Rider Jim saying that was a crime scene. Yes, it was, but good game, gang. Just the same. GGG. Good game, gang. Oh, Remy Races didn't realize there's no ghosting. Yeah, it's made to give us the best practice possible. And let's check out the results. Congratulations to Formal Credits picking a win for the JCCR racing team. And he had competition right behind him. Mustang Drifter. We can't call this JCCR racing versus the randos because Mustang Drifter, not a rando whatsoever. But he is a YouTuber, and Bren, and also a YouTuber. So we had, after that, geez, we had 3 cars, not the JCCR racing team. So that was good. That was close. Good job. And yes, very nice lap, Bren. Well done. So let's see, Formal Credits. Let's see what you're going to pick for the next race. I'm just going to give you the reminder. All right. And if we don't get an answer from formal credits, it will go to a default race chosen by yours truly. Let's see if you put it out here, maybe in farms. All right, so, oh, Daytona. There we go, just in time. Because I was about to say, all right, I'm picking out the next race. All right, Daytona it is. This should be a fun one. Everyone is practiced on this track. There's that drifting controller. I'm not touching anything, and this controller is now going to be... No, it's not even 10 months old. Jeez, I bought that in February or March of last year. Not too impressed. And who wants to go through the trouble of sending it off, hoping they don't try to say that, there's no damage on it, but hopefully they don't, not claim it, and then you just pay shipping for nothing. And then there's the whole finding the bill. Yeah, that's not going to happen. All right, folks, let's pick out those cars real quick, hit the check mark, and get to racing. Now, here, the Viper would have been the car of choice, and you can see there's going to be a lot of Vipers. I'm going to stick it. Ha! Really, Dano? Should I try that? Oh, excuse me. No worries, Mustang Drifter. We will do our best. We'll try our best. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I think we've got everything, everyone. I think we're ready to start it on up. Let's get to racing, folks. Let's put the pedal to the metal. In 8 seconds, we'll be going down the track, top of 6th gear. Dano saying, oh, Knight Rider Jim saying, at Dano599, anti-Viper. Yeah, we've got Dano's Viper on the track. Slower drivers at the top. And here we go. Yeah, 2. And make sure you got your radar on. Now this is definitely a track where wins and losses are made based on whether you're drafting or not. Oh no, Parch overturned, but Formal Credits was able to hold it together. Wow, solid racing there. Ooh. And then all of a sudden Formal Credits went off for whatever reason. Maybe his controller started to drift as well. Ouch is indeed correct. That was a big hit. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully we don't have any major pileups and we get through this one clean, safe, and with a whole lot of fun. Ooh, I was barely on the yellow there. Ooh, that over rev is gonna cost us now. That Ferrari from Mustang Drifter is coming up. Oh, he gives me the shake and bake speed boost. Thank you for the nitrous. no, just missed that one by about 4 inches. That's going to cause some traffic for everyone behind us, and yes, that will give us a little bit of a lead. Almost picked up slightly more than a half second there. Now we've got Marciello behind us, Mustang Drifter, followed by 20 Speed and Ghost 503. Very quick, that Mr. Ghost. So we better fly down this track, catch every apex, and throttle down once we've ran it all over the apex. Ooh, I went through there slowly, but with a whole lot of blocking. So we hold on to the position, but that is going to compress, I think, the grid, the pack behind us. Congratulations to JCCR Devious picking up a 1:56.6 lap time, holding the fastest lap so far for this race. Oh no, I'm trying not to drift into Marciello, but we both worked, I think, pretty hard to not have a collision there. It required effort on his part as well, so great job, Marciello. I certainly was doing my best not to slide out onto you. He is really holding up behind us quite well. Oh, he got us right there. What a good work. Really took the turn better than us and came up on the inside now. Proper race etiquette means I don't just go bash him, slam into him because I'm all upset. No, I should be happy for him because he was patient for the last 2 laps and did an amazing job. Oh no! Oh no! I lost it on the last lap. I got a bit of a nitrous boost, but right after the nitrous boost, I should have been immediate 100% on the brakes, and I think I eased into them just the same, even though at that point my speed was not right at all. My angle wasn't right. I was just in the wrong part of town at the wrong time and at the wrong speed, really. From first to not quite last. What a toss-up. I was starting to think that I had 50-50 chance of picking out the next race. So Marciello, well done. Good win, mate. Congratulations. 10th giving me a measly 3,200 credits. Out of this world gaming. I know, and I messed up. You gave me the speed bump, which was great, but I had to get on the brakes. Not immediately after the speed bump, but a lot sooner than I did. And reposition. I was thinking about the cars around me. I just didn't make the right moves. Marciello, congratulations. Well played. And fastest lap going to, I think, Remy with a 149 flat. Fantastic. Oh no, we got 148.8 coming from Slapstick. Well done. And Bren in second, who had to come from pretty much dead last, almost dead last to get there. So great job. We both did opposite moves. I started near the top, was at the top, finished at the back. Brennan went from the bottom and made it to the top. And Marciello, that is one for the non-JCCR team. And let's have you pick out the next race. Right now it's 1-1. We've got the tiebreaker race coming up. Oh, Knight Rider Jim pulling a 1:47. Wow. Fantastic. Marciello saying Nuremberg ring. So we got an 8-minute race coming up. That's going to be a bit of a long one, longer than I expected. But hey, I didn't win, so too bad for me. Let's get right to the Nuremberg ring. Let's make sure we run one lap. Here we go. Which layout? I picked it out. I don't think you meant. I don't think you meant the little race circuit section. If you did, no problem. That's pretty different, and I would go pick it if that's what you had wanted. But if you wanted mostly forest, there we go. I think that's. If you would have called reverse, I would have called veto on that anyways. This is the one. Fantastic, Marciello. Good luck, mate. And let's get everyone to hit up that green check marker. We're going to be running into overtime tonight. Oh, we got Super Doofus in the house. Welcome, Tom. Thank you so much for making it in. I'll have to place you based on your speed. Ash Larry. I think Ash Larry was actually really quick, surprisingly. Super Doofus saying Willow Springs is harder than Nuremberg Ring. Yeah, it's surprising. All right, so everyone's in now. I can order this up. All right, let's get this race started. 8 minutes of racing, in very intense racing, if I may say so myself. And I do think this is the hardest race. What is it, 100 and when you've got the full layout, is it 147 turns or something wild like that? All right, so we got the D's on the top, followed by the C's, then the B's and the A's. I hope everyone's comfortable with their brake balance here. A lot of last minute braking, so I'd even say that 0 probably. More last minute braking than anything else. Let's have it on 0, so we're just braking. Mind you, it is often here braking through the turn that survives. So let's see if 0 was disastrous. Still a little bit of trail braking possible at 0. Nice little surprises. I still don't have this track memorized. Incredible that at what point professional racers have this track memorized. They know the exact speed through every single turn. So far, 0 seems to be really nice for brake balance. Hopefully those won't be my last words, because this is known as the Graveyard, the Widowmaker, the green HE double hockey sticks. Good job, 20 speed. Nice, safe, fast. He gave me distance. Now let's wait for these tires to clean off before expecting them to stick and not slide. Should be good by now. Oh, we had a light contact. Woo! Love how we can hear so much of what's going on with the tires, car, and track through the earphones. And now I can feel it as well. Drive by the traffic with no contact. That's my goal and aim. There's your chance, Bren. Go for it. I'm not going to block you. You got so much more speed on me. Got Devious right up ahead. Really sharp looking livery. Woo, big old penalty. There must have been some bashing, but he didn't bash on me, so... Oh, and I go through there horrifically slow, forgetting that that's the turn, not turn, that we just fly through and completely ignore. Thanks, Nitro. Yes, the driving is close on this race. I'm not nailing my gear shifts in any positive manner, but let's get the rest of the race right. Quick to get out of the banked turn. A lot of light, ever so light braking, or just lack of acceleration required. Lucky break there, made it back on the track. Oh, sorry, Devious. I'm also getting it from behind. Alright, so we got JCCR, Jay Rizzione first, followed by Bren N. So fighting for the tiebreaker right there. Parch in third. T. Latitz, followed by JCCR Devious, and now Ash Larry getting in a pass. Good job, Dano, also getting in the pass. I'm going to tuck behind Dano here. And we can see that's giving us an advantage over Ash Larry, who's breaking the win all on his own. So Dano, thank you for the extra speed. Oh my goodness! Oh, I forgot it turns there. I'm sorry, Dano, I clipped you. And some last lap failures. There's only one lap, but I guess when there's only one lap, I crash out on the last turn. Lieutenant Slow, striking again. Oh, sorry to the few cars I bumped. Dano, 100% my fault. I'm sorry I bumped you. But to the bumping I did earlier, I got bumped and then I bumped. Sorry about that. Whew. That is a hard track. Well said, Nitro. Well said. Out of this world gaming, thank you very much for sharing that. I'm going to keep that in mind other races. Gave you a little turbo. Yeah, in the turn. The worst place to get a little bit of turbo. Oh no, not a good track for your first race of the day, Super Doofus, at all. Whew, that got me sweating. So that is a win Monday night, being won by the JCCR team. Bren, thank you for bringing the heat. Thank you for bringing the competition. Well done, mate. And Parch, I'm wondering, Parch, what was his rating here? Oh, he started in second, so I'm feeling not actually a driver or just got really lucky, but this race, can't really have much luck on this race. It comes down to fast reflexes and talent, because who honestly has it memorized? Oh, Nitro sounds great. Tomorrow night, I don't think there's good chance I can't make it in. I'm probably going to be stuck at work. Might have lost my throat by then or be stuck in a coughing fit. But if I can make it in, I absolutely will. Just check to see if I sign in at 9:30 or not. Make sure you have bell notifications on for JCCR Racing, because if you have bell notifications on, as soon as I start a live, it's going to pop up. I'll do one weekly race to give everyone the time to get ready, get their PlayStations nice and toasty, warmed up, and ready to race. Folks, I'm blessed to have you all along for the ride. Thank you so much. I wish you all more cars and more power. Hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love sometime real soon. If it's not in the real world, that's cool. This is still my favorite place to drive. If you do like real-world cars, check out Johnny's Car Care and Reviews on YouTube, where we're long-term testing. The YouTube channel and myself own the 2017 Shelby GT350. We also own the 1999 Porsche 911. Can you own a European sports car and not have your wallet or wife or girlfriend run out on you because you're always working on it or spending money on it? We've got the 1991 Toyota MR2. Are Toyotas actually, all of them, oh so reliable and never break? Well, you'll have to catch a channel to find out. And we've got the rear-ended 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor. So nice we had to buy it twice because we had already owned a 2024. Great, great, great truck. Folks, take care. Godspeed and God bless everyone. Thank you for bringing the live stream above 20. Really appreciate you all and lucky to have you along for the ride. Thank you again.